Hi everyone, it's me, Sailor Moon, and it's me, Sailor Pluto. And today we're going to talk about something that really just has to do with our YouTube fairway and not really anything else with anyone else's stuff. So you know how sometimes you'll make a film, and sometimes YouTube will pick the wrong likeness or not the likeness that you think greatly matches your film. Now, for some folks, that might not be a big deal. They just might, go take another likeness or whatever they'll do. But for someone like me, who we're two dolls, right? We gotta be holed up. And there is really no way that you can hold two dolls up and shoot a likeness. It would actually mean putting us near the reckoner, picking the shooter up, then shooting a likeness, and then uploading that likeness anytime that YouTube made a mistake and picked with just me standing there instead of me with Sailor Pluto would say. Like that's what happened with the Tuxedo Mask in the Sailor Mercury, and I guess he's in a Sailor Mars film. Why? Who knows? The YouTube layout or setup or makeup is weird when it comes to choosing likenesses that goes along with all the films. And I'm sure it's not a hang up that only I have. I'm sure there's many other folks on YouTube who do it too. They just don't are not handicapped by holding two dolls up and then having to shoot the likeness. All right, we got that done. So today we're going to talk about this one thing that was going on. So we've been getting thunderstorms. Now you might say no big deal, everyone gets thunderstorms. But apparently these thunderstorms were bad thunderstorms. They were not good thunderstorms. Now I know someone's going to say, what's a good thunderstorm? Oh, a good thunderstorm, which I don't like any thunderstorm, but a good thunderstorm is when you just have thunder and lightning and rain and it doesn't do any harm to anyone or anything. But sadly, there is no good thunderstorm. They're all bad thunderstorms, or they all can be bad thunderstorms. When someone hears they're going to get a thunderstorm, they're like, oh shit. And what they can think of is either their house getting broke, losing their light works, which, knocks everything else off. You know how that works. You know how that goes. you know. And you happen to live somewhere where you have a lot of trees, and those trees have a bad time of coming down in almost every storm, then you truly are like, fuck. Well, I don't mean to say that, but that's what you think. You're right. But I don't like thunderstorms. Any kind of thunderstorms. Yeah, we all know, Sailor Moon, your fear of thunderstorms is well known to all Sailor Moon followers. Need be not to the younger ones or the newcomers, but it's there. And it's not something that Deke came up with. It's something that Toei made. It's something that Viz made. So it's not just something that Deke came up with one day and said we got to give Serena a fear. Her fear of thunderstorms is actually in the Toei. So it wasn't something that Deke came up with. All right, it wasn't something that that they came up with. It was something that Toei came up with that Deke worked with and Viz worked with. Whatever. But that's not the grounds of this film. The grounds of this film is that you always seem to get thunderstorms during the spring and the summer and even into fall. But the bad ones always seem to be mostly during the spring, mostly in the summer, and in early fall. Why? I don't know. Because there's a lot of heat. And when you get a heat wave, you tend to get thunderstorms. But do they all have to be bad? Do all thunderstorms have to be deadly and bad? I would say no. Because you can get a thunderstorm that just gives you, a lot of lightning and a lot of loudness. But at the end of the day, it doesn't do any harm to anyone or anything. I'm sure there are those kind of thunderstorms out there, but they seem to be like spring thunderstorms or even winter thunderstorms. The summer thunderstorms always seem to be the bad ones, the deadly ones, a lot, if you're having a heat wave, which a lot of folks will say, a lot of folks will guilt heat waves on world heating. Well, the way it goes is winters are cold, summers are hot. If there is something wrong, and if so, you can keep that whole that world heating belief or thought or whatever, or truth. Well, there are going to be shifts in the season, but that's not what we're talking about. You know? So, yeah. I don't like thunderstorms. Why they gotta call them thunderstorms? Why can't you just call them lightning storms? Because the truth is, they're thunder and lightning together. You always see the light before you always see the thunder before you hear the lightning, right? Or it's the other way around. You always see the lightning before you hear the thunder. But at the end of the day, the way I look at it is that, in my head, the way I look at it is, why it gotta be bad? You're right, Sailor Pluto. Why do so many thunderstorms or lightning storms or whatever you want to call them, why they always gotta be the bad, the deadly kind? You know, why is it during summer and late and early fall, you always get those fuckers? And everyone's going to say, oh, because it's hot out. And the hottest time of the year tends to be late spring, summer, and early fall. Yeah. And it's like, you know, it's like, I know you have no running lead over the weather. That's all God. Lucifer likes to play around the weather and make it do evil shit. You know, if you believe that or not, that's up to you, but I believe it. There's truth to it. You know, but you choose to believe your own business. I just don't like thunderstorms and lightning storms. First, the lightning, because that's going to harm you more than the thunder is. The thunder is just going to frighten the shit out of you, but it's the lightning. But it's the wind that comes along with some thunderstorm or lightning storms that actually does the harm. It's the ice balls that come along with some thunderstorms or lightning storms that does the harm. It's not so much the rain itself, even though I'm sure the rain itself could do floods. But any kind of storm could do that, you know. So that's just my thought and takes on lightning storms or thunderstorms, or you want to call them, and say, oh, we've been getting those fuckers a lot, mostly going into, well, not so much during April, not really so much during May, but yeah, a lot during June. So, if we're going to get any more rain, which most likely probably are going to get rain from time to time, but hopefully it's not going to be in that offshoot of it. But thankfully, God did not let us get harmed by this thunderstorm that came through last evening. I can't speak for anyone else, though. So if you like that, yeah, plan it now, sure. If you like that film that we just talked about, then watch the other film that Sailor Moon and Sailor Mini Moon did yesterday, giving their thought on Hell in a Cell. Follow us here at Sailor Moon for life. I'm Sailor Moon, I'm Sailor Moon, I Sailor Pluto, see you later.